The third thing about being Taiwanese is you have to be really careful about ghosts. Is that when you go to a hotel, before you enter the room, you have to knock on the door just to check if there's any ghost inside. I'm not quite sure, like if you knock, how do you know there's a ghost inside? Will he knock back? But apparently, anyway, it's just done out of politeness. You knock first. The reason I'm not too sure is because whenever I ask, oh, are you doing this because of the ghost? People were like, shh, shh, shh. Don't talk about the ghost here. Like, I can't even mention the word ghost without some people getting worried. Hey guys, welcome back to 微妙的台湾日志. So the first thing is that Taiwanese people, when they're greeting someone, you like to state the obvious. For example, you'll see someone who's just finished work and you go, ah, 你下班了吗? Now to me, this is just super bizarre. Like, if you did this in English and you'd be like, well, yeah, of course. What does it look like? Does it look like I'm going to play tennis? Now, from what I understand, this is giving someone a chance to carry on the conversation. So if they don't want to engage or have a conversation with you, they can just be like, or yes, or no, or whatever. But if they actually want to have a conversation with you, they can carry it on and go, 哦，对啊，哎，你吃饭了没？今天怎么样？ Blah 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 blah. Just carry on the conversation. The second thing is that when Taiwanese people go to weddings, you guys dress so casually. In the UK, wedding is a big event where you're expected to dress the best you can. You got suits, ties, expensive dresses, your best shoes. But from what I've seen, some Taiwanese people will literally attend weddings in their gym gear. Like, a wedding is just a minor inconvenience and they're gonna go to the gym afterwards or play basketball or something. Maybe you're so worried about showing up the bride and groom that you just dress so normally, so it's impossible to show them up. When I attend Taiwanese weddings, I really struggle to bring myself to do this, and I still wear, you know, a nice jacket and some nice shoes and try and look like presentable. This might be because in the West, weddings are almost a whole day affair where you have the event during the day and then there's a party in the night and you're getting to know a lot of new people, you're mingling, you're dancing, you're drinking. So looking good is kind of important. In Taiwan, it's literally sit down, maybe talk to the people on the table you're on, and then after you've eaten, you just leave. So there's less opportunities to interact with people. So perhaps dressing up maybe isn't so important. The third thing about being Taiwanese is you have to be really careful about ghosts. One of the most bizarre things I realized in Taiwan when it comes to ghosts is that when you go to a hotel, before you enter the room, you have to knock on the door just to check if there's any ghost inside. I'm not quite sure, like if you knock, how do you know there's a ghost inside? Will he knock back? But apparently, anyway, it's just done out of politeness. You knock first. Maybe the ghost can fly away, I'm not too sure. And then you can enter. The reason I'm not too sure is because whenever I ask, oh, are you doing this because of the ghost? People were like, shh, shh, shh. Don't talk about the ghost here. Like, don't mention that, you know? And so obviously I never get any chance to ask questions. Like, I can't even mention the word ghost without some people getting worried. Now, I've asked some Taiwanese people, like, do you believe in ghosts? And they're like, no, not really. But then I'll say to them, okay, so do you knock on the hotel door before you go in? They're like, yeah. Do you whistle during ghost month? And they're like, no, absolutely not. So I'm like, okay, so you believe in them. And the way that they say it is, I don't necessarily believe, but you know, just in case, 以防万一, you know, I can't even make jokes about ghosts. Like if my wife is like, where are my slippers? Why are my slippers suddenly over there? And I'll be like, oh, you know, the ghost moved them. And she'd be like, don't talk about the ghost. What are you doing that for? Why you want to scare me? It's such a big superstition that's believed here that very few people in the West believe in.
三立新闻网，台湾前3大新闻网站，影片累积观看数超过30亿。94要客诉，2020台美4次大选蝉联发烧影片第1名。人生惊叹号，台湾最温暖、正能量的人生故事都在这里。订阅三立新闻网 YouTube 频道，并且按赞、开启小铃铛。国内外大小事，下载三立新闻网 App， 即时新闻不漏接。